This ship right now has a massive rotary cannon on it that is a little bit too big, especially the bit around it. So obviously the cannon itself isn't massive, but the actual housing of the cannon is huge. So today we're going to work on getting rid of a bunch of this and trying to make it that little tiny bit smaller. So we'll do that. We'll then maybe move on to building some sort of crane on the back, but I'm not sure about that just yet. Anyway, let's get straight to it, shall we? There are lots of enemies in Stormworks, from navy ships to helicopters armed with rockets and even some tanks. It is our goal to eradicate those enemies from the world. Welcome to Stormworks Search and Destroy. Alright, so first things first, I actually want to get rid of this piece on the sides, just like that. I then want to grab one of these guys and fill this in, just like that. There we go. From here, we're actually going to go ahead and build this guy across, and that's fine. And now we need to move everything down. But I'm going to have to, like, delete everything in order to do that. So let's go ahead and delete these guys. If I can have it be, like, somewhat flat, that would be amazing. But I just don't know whether that's going to be the case or not. So I'm trying to delete most of these. There we go. I'm then going to come in here and try and grab this over to here. There we go. Up to there and out. Alright, that's pretty crazy. And I want to drop it down. So let's just go ahead and cut it. There we go. I'm going to delete this guy, and we're going to try and lower it down to there. I'm also going to delete these, because we don't need them. They're actually unnecessary. So drop that down to there, and paste it in. There we go. Hopefully that's in the right place. It looks like it is. Merge this guy with this. Awesome. These guys with this, I believe. Nah, that can't be true. Maybe it is. All right, delete these really quickly. There we go. And delete these as well. And now it is obviously a lot shorter. So that's good. We could also actually bring it inwards as well. So I'm going to try and do that, but it might not. Yeah, I was going to say it might not work out because of these pieces. But let's go ahead and try it anyway. So delete these. And we'll have it go inwards from here. Okay, so what do we think of this? It is a lot smaller. Obviously, we can see inside of there, so we'll have to do something with that. But, yeah, it's a lot shorter than it was. So if we go through here, let's say. Here we go. Straight through here, and we jump in this. Obviously, we will be able to see over that as long as it's not aiming directly upwards. So if I go ahead and do this, I've just shot my own boat. I've actually just shot the own boat, but that's fine. We can actually see, as you guys can see there. So that's pretty good. I think that works. It can still move just as much as it did before. So I guess that's fine. Alright, so that is essentially it for that cannon. Obviously, it won't really be able to do air defense because it can't aim up, like, directly, if that makes sense. But it can aim at ships and stuff like that, either in front of us or off to the sides, which is exactly what we need. We also need a way of getting onto the ship that is a little bit easier than this. I've been struggling to get on this thing so many times because it doesn't have any ladders on the side just yet, but as soon as it gets some ladders on the side, it'll be fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. There we go, and I'll have to paint that piece. Obviously, I've sort of fixed the inside so it looks a little bit better from the front. And I'd say that's okay. We'll have to paint that piece as well, and this little bit right here. But overall, that actually totally works. Yes. It's a lot smaller than it was as well, so that's great. I've also put a value so it can actually aim down a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to hit that or not. I don't think so. Let's go ahead and try. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so we can aim down a tiny bit as well. Awesome. Okay, so currently we're actually researching some radars and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go to sleep until we get a radar. And that would be great. That would actually be really, really good. So keep going through. It seems to take forever to actually get this research, by the way. I don't know if it used to. I don't feel like it did. But you have to sleep for days and days and days in order to get the research done. It's ridiculous. Oh, I just got paid 11,200 for sleeping. Very nice. And now we've unlocked the radar and sonar. Amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really wanted to use one of these, but it needs to be on a bigger ship than this. Because I think that would actually be really, really awesome if it was a little bit smaller. But obviously it is very, very big on this ship. Right, okay, so I'm going to go and delete this all the way out to there and to here. We're then going to go ahead and get some railings, and I'm just going to end them Literally just here, like this. There we go. So now we get to work on the actual crane. I don't know whether I want a crane. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure I do. But it would be kind of useful for different missions. Also, I'd have to, like, move this out a little bit in order for this to get built in the right place. So I'm actually going to bring this out by at least 3. I'm going to delete this, and we're going to go ahead and get a pivot and just shove it straight into there. So, kind of like this. Although, actually, let's hide that piece. There we go. So, it'll be able to aim forwards, sideways, and sideways. It won't be able to go this way, but that's okay. Right, so let's go ahead and delete this guy and this guy. There we go. And I'm just going to go and shove these guys onto there. Bosh. Okay, I might even come forwards one more, shove this across here, paint all of this in, and that'll be great. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, that works. We're then going to go and shove these guys into each of these, do that across there, delete this one, and this one, and we're going to add paint blocks into those, because that just makes sense. Although, I'm going to do them in the same color as everything else, so that we don't have to paint them in the future. Yes! Anyway, let me go ahead and paint these guys in, and then once it's done, I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so the way I'm going to build this then is by adding these guys onto here, kind of like this. There we go. We're then going to go ahead and build this guy probably out backwards, to be honest. I'm not going to do it all with weight blocks. I just want at least a few weight blocks on here. So I'm going to build this in kind of like this, I guess. Yep, sure. I'll shove this guy onto there, and I'm actually going to go ahead and add some blocks around this too. Just to make it look a little bit nicer than it currently does. So we'll shove these guys onto there. That's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and shove these guys onto here as well. Yes. And I might have to paint this afterwards, but it's fine for now. On the rear side of this, we're going to go ahead and extend it backwards 1. There we go. And I'm just going to shove this onto here like that. And like that, and we'll actually just go ahead and shove one of these on there as well, like this. Okay, that looks pretty cool. We're then going to go and extend this guy outwards from there, just like so. Don't really know how far out I'm going to go, and actually, I don't know if it's going to be too wide at all. I think for now, I guess it can be, but I don't know. There we go, we'll do that. Let's merge these guys together, this one and this one, and that actually looks like a pretty cool crane so far. The center section looks a little bit skinny, so let's go ahead and do this and this maybe. There we go. And at the very top of this, we're going to go ahead and just have that go that way, this go this way, shove that on there. Amazing. Yeah, that totally works. Awesome. Shove these guys onto here. Beautiful. At the very end, though, we are going to go ahead and delete these guys. We're going to go to winches, and I believe I'm going to use one of these guys on there kind of like this. Although, actually, I'd actually really like it to be pointing downwards, but I feel like that looks a little bit weird. I don't know, maybe we can actually go with that anyway. Yeah, sure. Will that actually reach over to the side of the boat? I don't really know. So let's say this is 22 blocks long, so we actually go from here, and we build it out sideways, 22. It would go to there. Yeah, that works. That'd be fine. Oh, it probably needs some supports too, so let's go and just shove these guys into here like this. There we go. And that is now technically supported. Very nice. The only issue is I've actually added a hell of a lot of weight to the top of this boat now. It might want to tip over. Possibly. Who knows? Anyway, crane controls. Let's go ahead and shove this guy back here like this. I am going to actually mount something like this right here, and I'm going to do this into there. Alright, it looks a little bit strange doing that. I do still want a way to get through there just in case I need to repair it or whatever, and that's fine. Okay, so A and D is left and right, W and S is up and down, and then we need to go with 1 for down, 2 for up, and 3 for on off. Oh wait, actually, sorry, 2's here. 2 is here, there we go. So let me go ahead and label those. We'll attach some electricity to these, and we'll see what happens. So A and D is left, right, there we go. WNS is up, down, and then we've got 1 is winch, down, 2 is winch, up, and then we've got winch on off. Winch on off. Okay, right, that's all labeled. Let's go ahead and give it some electricity, and we'll go from there. This is just a practice electricity anyway. This will be deleted eventually anyway, so don't worry too much about that. Let's go ahead and add a block down here that we can try and lift, and that'll be great. So, weight is what we're going to use. And we're going to go with, like, I don't know, wherever it is. So, we'll go with, like, 5 blocks. A bunch. So, 5 by 5. And then we'll do by 5. Oh, this is actually going to be really heavy. It's going to be very, very heavy. Let's go ahead and add an anchor onto here, just like this. We'll then disconnect it from the floor. Okay, cut and paste. And we'll attach it together via a rope. There we go. Alright, spawn it in. Let's see if this will actually work. Oh, I can't see. I can't see anything. Oh my goodness. Right, let's sleep through the night and then we can figure that bit out, actually. Alright, jump downstairs. Go inside of here. We've got a bed. Sleep in it until daytime. There we go. Alright, so we should be able to see now, at least a little bit. That crane looks pretty cool. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and see if it works. So, up, down, left, and right. So, that is inverted. I guess works. I need it to be on sticky as well. Otherwise, this really isn't going to work. Alright, there we go. And winch up is 2. That's it. So, it isn't able to lift that much weight up to it? Really? Are you serious? That's not even like that much weight. I mean, it's quite heavy, but it's not that much weight. Alright, let's go ahead and delete like a little bit of it. There we go. And maybe that'll work. Yeah. I don't know how we like control the size of the rope at the end, if that makes sense. If there was multiple pulleys, maybe that would work actually. Do I want to do that? I'm not sure. You know, adding more pulleys would actually just be a bit annoying, and honestly, they take up a lot of room, especially on something this sort of small, I guess. If we had something slightly bigger, maybe that would be more... maybe I'd think about doing that more? I don't really know. But anyway, this is our system so far. We have ourselves a crane on the back. I'd say that that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and disconnect it real quick and just see how far over to the side it can go, because I want to know. So all the way over to this side, it works quite well. It goes all the way to there. Doesn't get interrupted by anything, so that's fine. And if we go to the other side, I'm assuming it's the same. So if we go all the way around, yeah, it is the same. Beautiful. So if we need to lift anything onto the boat that doesn't weigh too much, this can totally do it. However, everything is inverted, so let me go ahead and fix that. Actually, you know what? What if the winch wasn't here? What if the winch was actually at this end? I know that seems a little bit weird, but let's go ahead and say that we have a big ol' wincharoony right here. I need like a piece there. We go to winch. Okay, so let's say we go to this. And we shove it on here like this. We then go into some pulleys on the end. Maybe this'll work? I don't know. So let's say we shove these guys into there, kind of like this, to be honest. So we delete those. There we go. Shove that onto the... Actually, no. Keep those there. Shove this piece onto here like this. And then let's say this guy goes into here. And then into there. And then into here. And then this goes down to there. Will that work better than what I had before? I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and press 2 and see what happens there. That is... I mean, it should have been working, but yeah, you see, the rope's just too stretchy for this. Oh, what if I do that? There we go. Alright, and then if I try and lift it... I mean, it does lift eventually, it's just... the ropes aren't quite long enough, if that makes sense. So it would have to go into something that would then do it again, I guess? Which isn't something I have. So, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so I've modified the crane, as you guys can see. We've now got 2 winches. It looks a little bit sus, as you guys can see, but it's fine. That will actually totally work and lift up heavier things. I've gone ahead and sent those through some pulleys on the end, and then through the pulleys on the ends, that goes straight down into this. And as long as we're doing 2 attaches, that is actually completely fine. The other thing that we could do is actually add an extra piece, kind of like this, that goes in the middle, maybe. So, kind of like this. There we go. So, both of those go into one block. The one block has 2 attaches on it, and then that has another attacher on the bottom to attach to anything else. This is a little bit close to this now, but let's go ahead and try it. So, we lift this up and we press 2. No. We press 1. There we go. Oh my. Alright, clearly that's got issues. What in the world? Yeah, that ain't it. So yeah, we're gonna leave it like this for now. That seems a-okay. The only issue is, the actual thingamabobbies themselves, these guys, do actually end up touching this. So we're gonna grab all of this really quickly. There we go. And we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna move it backwards to like here instead. There we go. That makes more sense, and now we're not in the way of the two balls. Cool. Yeah, that totally works. So, I'm gonna go and invert all of these things and make sure they work properly and go from there. Okay, so that is the crane sort of done. As you guys can see, it looks a little bit weird, but I guess it totally works. I haven't really messed with the pulleys in this game an awful lot. Obviously, the rope having stretch is one of the biggest issues, and I'm assuming that they do eventually get rid of that if you mess around with them for a bit, but that isn't what I've done. So, I'm happy with that. I am actually happy with that. I wanted to go in here. There is actually a ship out there. It is a hospital boat. I want to go through this. Alright, I'm going to aim up as much as I can, actually. There we go. We're going to aim to the side. Other side. A little bit more. Nope. There we go. Fire! Alright, that's way too high. That is actually way too high. Holy balls. Did you see how high I was firing that? Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, anyway, aiming this is going to be a bit of a challenge. I think once I start using this camera instead of just using these, it's going to be much easier. And I might have to put some sort of calculator onto this as well, so that we actually fire a little bit nicer. But yeah, overall, I think the fact that we've made this a little bit smaller definitely works. And the fact that we've got a crane on this thing now is awesome. Let me know in the comments down below whether I should paint this a different color or leave it as is. And let me know in the comments down below as well what you guys think of this thing. It'd be interesting to know. But for now, I think I'm actually going to end this here. In the next one, I think I'll try and get this thing moving, because that seems like a good idea. I might extend it slightly. I'm not too sure about that one just yet. And we're going to have to add some, like, rockets on here somewhere. But I don't really know where to put those just yet either. I bet you guys thought I was going to... I bet you guys thought I was going to end it there. But no, we need to capture a base. I'm going to go ahead and try and continue with that. So let's go ahead and fly out to here, I guess, and capture this. Although, no, actually, how much money do I have? 132,900. How much is this? 80,000. It might actually be worth buying this, because as one of you guys said in the comments, we actually have access to planes right here, ships right here, and trains right here. So we'd actually get access to everything that we need. Which would be awesome, but I don't know if we need to do that right now. I don't think I'll buy that just yet, but I'm gonna head down here and capture this. So let's go get the helicopter again, and we'll fly down there. Alright, so 15 kilometers away, it's not too far. Let's just go ahead and fly out. We'll go ahead and go up to the right altitude that we're always going to, and set this. There we go. And then all we gotta do is angle forwards, and off we go. It really isn't going to take long to get there, so we'll get over there, we'll land, and we'll sort things out. I think soon, I actually really want to build some sort of plane. I think that'd be really cool. I just don't know what plane I want to go for. We could actually go for like a jet fighter and fly out there and shoot things down, but we don't really get that far by doing that. Although actually I suppose we do, as long as we are able to sail out there afterwards and capture an island or something. I guess killing all the enemies would make sense. So maybe we do that. I don't know. Or maybe like a huge cargo transport plane, and then we can fly down to this island, pick up a bunch of containers, maybe, and then transport them around. That could be kind of cool. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think anyway. Oh, would you look at that? We're getting very, very close to where we need to be. What is this place? What is it even called? Enzo Cat's Village. Okay, Enzo, this is your place. We're gonna go ahead and go down there and see if there are any crates. If they're not, I'm gonna cry. So, there you go. Alright, turn this off, turn this off. I just tapped out the game, that's great. Let's go down, yes! Alright, we should be able to go down relatively easily. Hopefully without flipping out and dying, like normal. So, yeah, let's just get down there. I don't see any crates still. But, I mean, we're just going to go and sit inside that building for a bit, so we might as well have a little look around afterwards as well. I'm sure we'll find something. Although, actually, there's not that many buildings here. So maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, here we go. Lower it down, lower it down. There we go. We head down on the ground, do this. And let's jump out. Yes. I'm going to have a quick little check of the buildings first, and we'll go from there. First building I open the door to. 9 research points and 1.5k. Very nice. Okay, let's go around this side and have a little look. Oh, I hate when there's no hole in the walls. I need to go round. Alright, here we go. That's a weird window. Anything in here? Yes! Oh, we got another one. 6 research points, 5.5k. Enzo, you're great. Thank you for all of these. Alright, there was nothing in those 2 buildings. I'm getting disappointed again. Right, anything in here in the kitchen? No, no, no. Nothing in there. Alright, next building. I think, is that the last one? That's the last one over there. Let's just check in. Oh, I thought that was on there for a second. Is there any on the pooper? None on the pooper. None on the pooper. Alright, there better be one in here. That'd be great. I can't see one. Oh, go inside and no, 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 nothing. Oh, that's sad. Alright, well anyway, let's go ahead and capture this. We'll just sit here for 7 minutes and then it'll be ours. Alright, we did it. We have captured the base. Very nice. Okay, cool. So we are actually getting a lot closer to the enemies, to be fair. They are right here. For some reason, they haven't actually advanced anywhere, which is really annoying because I kind of wanted them to come towards us. We've captured all of this part of the map. Obviously, we're not really going to go to the Arctic at all, so that's fine. I'll have to go capture the creative base soon. We'll capture this one soon as well, whatever this is, multiplayer base. Olsen Bay, we're going to capture the island right here. Not island, the air base right here, which is, what, Harrison? Yeah, Harrison Air Base, we'll capture that. And then we'll make our way around here, and then maybe we'll start getting these ones. But to be honest, as soon as we start getting these ones, I think we'll come across a lot more of the enemies. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, I think I am going to end this video here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And in the next one, we'll continue working on our boat a little bit more. Maybe put some engines in it. Maybe get it moving. Some stability would be cool too. And then we could go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.